Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Welcome to
What's
Girl Chat
going
Sports.
on?
Welcome to Girl Chat Sports. We are here.
We are in the house.
Okay, I
This
was going
is
to make sure that you could
weird.
hear me. That's what I was testing to see if you could hear
Yeah,
me.
I can hear you. I just don't get it says that the fuel sports is not working, which
What?
is
We're not on fuel? Shout out to Arlington. Get that together for us, please.
I know. I don't
Arlington.
know.
Do the right thing. Get us right and tight, please.
I don't got time for all that right now.
We appreciate you, Arlington. We would love to have us shared
Maybe because we
in
go
in the
MIA so
future.
often, we've been booted.
Right. Maybe we got dropped from the network. Network announcement. Maybe we're not on fuel anymore. Don't support fuel then, by the way. Don't support them. Maybe we got booted. Shoot. That's terrible if that happened. Like, I would be sad. We
I'm
try to
sending him a
protect
message now, but
ourselves, and we're busy. We have life, and and we are excited for when people come on. We are excited for everybody that joins the chat. We love all of that.
we love
So
it
don't get rid of
all.
us, fuel. Please don't.
I don't think it's so much that as I think, I don't know, maybe just
We might just have some technical difficulties.
just my
2025 is
husband.
full of technical difficulties.
Listen, it's still January. Let's just start there. It is
This is
still
the longest
January.
January I've sat in. Can I tell you that?
It's the longest January.
It's
And
too much. Every day it's something.
the
But
whole has felt like 2 years. I don't know what 4 years is gonna feel like right now. Like I'm
I
just
don't know. But I've been occupying my time and doing things. Like
oh,
I'm
absolutely.
I sent you that information about the human talk thing for people that don't know that
Yes,
still
I
keep their
love it. That's
TikTok
the
on
only
there.
my only regret for not having TikTok is
Yeah,
to be taking classes and learning.
right. Like I learned sign today.
What did you learn?
I learned like hi, how are
Do you
you?
know this?
No, I don't know that yet. I learned the alphabet.
It's F off.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that probably later on in the semester of the course. But I did learn how are you? And I
Okay.
learned what's your name? And I learned how to respond to saying how you're feeling great with the Y.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So next week, hopefully we'll pick up more conversation languages and stuff, conversations.
I love
But
that. Look at
yeah,
you.
my next class,
Okay.
conversations. My next class is Spanish. So I'm into my Spanish
Oh,
bag. And then I
aprendí
have a French class
español.
on there.
Sí, sí,
I
sí.
have a French class on there. I have some critical race theory um, class starting on the first that I have a syllabus, and I have things I need to pick up to read and read that over the weekend and get ready for that class. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
my mind is going to be educating myself a little bit more and just doing productive things and things I need to
Well,
do as I enter the years
I
of
love it.
50,
I love it.
50 años.
50. Feliz cumpleaños
50
a 50.
años.
El año,
Yes.
whatever next year is. I know pasado was last year, but yeah, anyway.
Hmm.
Arlington said that streams the fuel networks, I guess, is
Oh,
down.
yay. And
So
shout out to Arlington
it's
for
not our
hearing us.
problem. It's not our issue.
Not our problem. It's not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 So we're still on fuel. So
We
welcome
love you, A
everyone.
Train. We just were a little,
We
we were a
do.
little scared that maybe we got dropped because we don't be consistent
I know, and you
sometimes,
need consistent content. So maybe we need
but
to
it's all
start
about my
being more
hat. This is
consistent.
what my hat. This is my hat today.
Not
Not
today,
today,
Satan.
Satan. This
Okay.
is I should just wear this all year long. All 4 years. Here I go. Cause anyway, so beyond all of our political and stress and keeping calm, hopefully, if you're in the comments, if you're seeing this at a replay later on, let us know how you're keeping calm during these trying times. Because I know for me, my job is a grant funded job. So some of these issues with all what's going on has been a little close to home, not just for me, but our clients that we serve, because they are in a program that's funded by grants through the government. So there could be a lot of
Yeah.
issues with not only kids not having daycare, but people not having roofs over their heads or people not
Wow.
stuff going on.
That
So
does hit home. Yeah, to see that reality play out is probably not good. So
yeah, it's wild
yeah,
times right now. But
yeah.
along with that, we also had a college football championship. Ohio State won. So
The
congrats to
Ohio State.
OHIO. Shout out to my girl Joy, because I know she was jumping up and down enjoying
Shout out
that
to Chuck,
win.
who is
Yes.
also pumping his chest. He
Also to
still wears
Chuck,
his
yes.
university ring. He's a big Ohio State guy. So
Of course he is. Of course he is. Hey,
yeah.
what's up, Heather? Thanks for
Hi,
joining in.
Heather.
Hopefully, you
Thanks
are
for checking.
managing during these times right now. And we also have to give a big 5-year anniversary, of course,
Yes.
from Mamba and Gigi.
Mama City.
Kobe not being with
Mama
us no more,
Sita. Yeah.
as well as everyone else in that plane and that tragedy.
Yeah,
It's been
all the
5
families that have been
years.
affected by that tragedy 5 years ago. Our prayers are still with you. We know it's still hard. It's still fresh. 5 years is still
Absolutely.
like it could have happened yesterday for a lot of us.
Right.
So we keep you in our thoughts and
Absolutely.
prayers, always in our hearts. And, Kobe's legacy always lives on, and may the family members of everyone else in that crash, I know their legacies live on. Mama Sita Academy is still a thing. And give it up to Vanessa, because she is definitely helping herself with keeping his memory alive and legacy alive by doing a lot of different things, and with Gigi, a lot of different things.
Well, and she was down there during the LA fires giving out
Yes,
Kobe's and
donating and all of that.
clothing, and
So
it
yeah,
was
she's
great.
definitely got her pulse to the city and pulse to the community and understands what's going on. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What's up, Rashad? Thanks for tapping
Hey, Mr.
in.
Harris. Oh, I love
He
that.
asked who we think will win the Super Bowl. We will get
We'll
to
get
that
into
later in
that.
the
We'll talk
show.
about that.
Yes, we'll
Yeah,
talk
because I
about
have
that.
my
We
things.
do. And another thing that we'll get into later that is a huge hot topic right now that I know me and Mo are pretty vested in is this WNBA trade and free agency
Is
that
looking differently.
so different, and teams are changing, big names are moving around. We're going to talk about it, but we also got to talk first about Mr. Jimmy Butler. What is happening with this? It's not that he's refusing to play. He's asked for a trade for like what, 3, I mean, since the beginning of the season it feels like, but he's been suspended 3 different times,
Well,
basically
he's not
for
showing up to his contractual agreement of practice and things like that. Like
he walked out of a shoot around the last one. So he's already lost $3 million. He's set to lose another 2.7 million. That's just for the 5 games. They said that he will be suspended indefinitely, no fewer than 5 games. But it sounds like maybe trade talks are heating up because they're lowering the price, the value of him. I don't know. Sports, Suns, Warriors, there's some talk, but what was
his
funny,
home, his beautiful home, is on the West Coast. The home he actually has put out in magazines and everything is on the West Coast. So maybe there's talk that he'll move to the West.
Absolutely.
Do the Warriors need him? I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. Warriors definitely.
Does anybody? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's.
I don't know who needs
get
him.
it done. Stop. He's getting. He's losing money, and here's the video.
You're currently unemployed. You just say that? You are currently unemployed, so your card doesn't work, sir? Sorry.
Well, he did admit that he was unemployed, so that's probably why it's not working.
The black card is getting denied. We know you're not making a payment after this.
Yeah. I mean, if you're losing
That's
millions and millions of dollars, some cards may not work.
He's losing basically over $500,000 a game. $500,000 he's losing a game.
Yeah, so the cards may not work then.
may not work too good.
Pay on it, but he's got that bread. I don't know what's going to happen with this situation. Jimmy Buckets is. I never saw this. I never had this on my bingo card. I wasn't expecting any of this, so I'm not sure.
No.
What
and not to be
I'm very confused
with it too. It's wild.
Yeah, and I'm kind of confused about all of it. I mean, and he said some disparaging remarks about Pat Riley, and just kind of pretty much has torn that bridge, and he's definitely not going to be a Heat for much longer. It's just a matter of where he lands.
It's kind of crazy.
If he isn't one already. Yeah, I'm confused by it a little bit, but hey, good luck, guys.
It is what it is. moving into some Vegas sports, our Vegas Gold
Yeah.
Knights, when we last talked with you, were on a run.
They
And
were.
since we've talked with you last, they have been on a pretty hard decline. Not to say that they haven't won anything. I think they've lost like the last 6 of 8. They've won 6 out of the last 14. So out of all the games in January, they've only won 6. And they lost last night to the
Wings.
Stars in
Or to the
overtime.
Stars, yeah, Dallas Stars, yeah.
And mind you, it was 20 seconds into the overtime that they lost.
But wasn't Marchessault day to day? Wasn't he suffering from some injuries? Wasn't his stuff kind of?
I mean,
like...
but we know, but Mark Stone's been in and out for the last couple
yeah,
years.
we have
I
some
mean,
stuff
we've
going
got
on.
some players that are picking it up. It just feels, but hey, the Stars are a great team.
They
They got our
are.
old coach, and
Yeah.
this is just kind of one of those things we got to deal with. We had to play them
And they
twice
went
in the
almost
last
to
3
the
games.
finals last season. It's not like they're not a slouch of a team, you know.
And
what
it's
I mean?
still
They
only
were there.
January, but we
They
need
were Stanley
to
Cup.
keep this going.
Yeah.
What last night was the Hello Kitty VJK night.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
cute.
gave away these VGK Hello Kitties, which apparently are already going on eBay for upwards of $300.
You know what? That's ridiculous. I should have gone to that game then, if that's the case. Had I known it was Hello Kitty night, I would have tried to get someone to get me one.
I just cannot believe. So yeah, that was yesterday. Tomorrow night's Asian American Pacific Islander night. They actually are doing the hat. They've got some different jerseys with the year of the snake on it. I will be there tomorrow, I believe. One of my coworkers may have an extra ticket, so I may.
Oh, good.
Represent. See how that goes. Represent, of course. We got to talk about the Vegas Thrill. So when we had Fran on, we talked that there was going to be a new mascot. We were trying to make guesses as to what it could be. So please welcome their new mascot. This is Cadence, the catamount. And I remember we had to look up what a catamount was because I wasn't unclear. It is a mountain lion.
Yeah.
So, Candace, the catamount. She has her own Instagram. You can follow her or him. I think it's a her, Candace, right?
Or them. We'll just.
Or it's Cadence. Sorry, it's Cadence. Them.
Cadence.
Yes. You can follow them on Instagram. So you'll see them at the games from now on. There is a game this Friday. Vegas Thrill will be there. They also have a pajama party on Sunday. So if you want to get relaxed and comfy in your PJs, the first 500 fans will also get a free pair of Thrill PJs.
Oh, cute.
Right?
That's really cute.
I love a good freebie. I like a good
freebie too, but
I'm gonna save this for a future show. I did get my Thrill hat, which I love the teal. So this is a keeper too, for sure.
Yeah.
The Thrill, man. So yeah, and then we got the Desert Dogs. So because the Thrill are playing Friday and Sunday, Vegas Desert Dogs are playing on Saturday. So it's their Tucker Out for lymphoma for childhood cancer, I believe, research, pediatric oncology research. That's on Saturday. They've got a bundle for kids. They've got a blanket bundle and tickets for families, of course. And the videos and the coverage I've seen of them at the new LFF for them has been great. Like they have a really great turnout there. So.
I'm telling you, the Desert Dogs go hard. They really do. I'm
it's a good time.
It's a good time. It's a great time. Now, don't forget Sunday too. Our Lady Rebels are playing at home, and it's a $3 game.
Oh,
$3 tickets on Sunday. So the competition with that Thrill pajamas, the Hentucky people can stay there and support because it's local and great.
Yeah.
Rest of the city, if you want to come out, support these ladies, $3
I might have to do that.
You know, they game night. That's a go. Yeah.
It's a Reno. It's the interstate battle right there.
Yeah, interstate battle. So let's support our ladies. Let's show up and show out.
Absolutely.
Students, everything. That's gonna be the game to see.
Yeah.
So we got that going on.
So Mo, me and you have something in common now.
What's that?
Oh, your new head coach.
Besides the other things we have in common, what's the new one?
Pete Carroll. Hey, listen, Raiders officially announced that they had hired on former Seahawks coach, former coach of many teams in his 50 years of football, Mr. Pete Bubble Yum Carroll and his white monarchs. Maybe he'll have black monarchs now. Maybe Nike will get him some black monarchs that he can rep in the silver and black. Wouldn't that be good? That'd be a good look. Here's a little quick tidbit of Pete and his press conference and a special guest that showed up.
Wherever our fans come from, we do want to fill our stadium up with our guys. I know that we have a good draw for people from out of town. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Mark, settle down a little bit.
Pete, you got a surprise visitor.
Oh,
Look at
no,
this. Look at this.
What are you doing? Were you up there the whole time? Or you just hiding?
You ain't hear me yelling at you?
No, I didn't. Was that you that yelled?
Yeah,
you the one that said
yelling at you.
you the one that yelled Raiders?
Who else gonna yell where you?
He didn't know. He wasn't sure. That's cute.
Well, that's what happens when you're in a press conference and there's many people, and you know, you hear it, but you can't recognize a voice as you get older because you're so removed from certain players and situations, and you know.
He's
That's
up there. He's
what
going to
happens.
be the oldest coach in history of football coaching. He'll be 74 in September. I mean, you can't deny that he did bring a little bit of like, at least it wasn't this new Jaguars coach who came out and yelled, Duval. Like it was
that was bad. That was
terrible.
bad. That was bad. That was bad.
I mean,
it's exciting. It's a buzz in the city. It's a familiar name, a familiar face. People know of Pete Carroll. They know his track record. They know the history of wins that he's had, the Super Bowl titles, the college contention games he's had that he's brought championships
and his
to.
rivalry with with the Chargers coach over there.
Yeah, the rivalries. I mean, all of that. So again, yes, it's a great look for a draw of attendance. But what we need to look at, and also welcome Spytek too. We got him too.
Yeah.
John Spytek too, from Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a new GM. Looking at this is just a shell of what we need to see as far as Raiders go, but we also need to dig deep into what their roles are going to be. From what I understand, the GM's role is going to be managing the current talent that we have by keeping Max Crosby happy, Christian Wilkins happy, diving into the depth of that defense to see what other pieces we need. Pete Carroll's integral role is to see what our draft picks are going to look like for the number of picks that we have. I believe we have 9 this season or 12. We're at number 6 for the first round, and we need a quarterback. Plain and simple. We need a quarterback. We need a running back. Zamir White's career stats last season were not the best thing going. There's talk that Russell Wilson, being a free agent, might have a conversation.
There could be a conversation there.
But also the Shedeur Sanders conversation is not off the table either. Tom Brady has been working behind the scenes on that connection as well, because he's also playing an integral role. And I think he is destined to be handed the keys to the kingdom, I think, essentially, to be the new owner of the Raiders if he can get a team together and a capital and get Mark out. I think that's the talk as well. But they're also talking about Nick Chubb. They're talking about Nick Chubb. He's another free agent, but he's injury prone.
A lot of options. There's a lot of things that could happen.
There are, but
it wouldn't be bad. What?
We need the groundwork laid. I'm not saying I'm not grading this coach. I'm not grading what this looks like. I'm not grading anything.
You can't do it till you see some action.
And I see that action. I'm not giving him no passes. I didn't give Antonio Pierce a pass either. I was very critical of him as well. Should he have gotten fired? Maybe not. But if it's going into this direction with Pete Carroll and what he can bring with his veteran and his expertise, then we got to go that way. But I need to see the results. This is all nice smoke and mirrors.
And it wouldn't be bad if Russ came, just even if it's a 1-year thing while you're getting a draft pick, you know. I mean, because here's the deal. You have no quarterback right now. Like, there are no quarterbacks. Like, anybody that you played last year should not be on the team this coming year, unless it's like with the practice squad. There's nobody that should be still on this team that's a quarterback again this year. You got to rework that system. And if Ruskin came on or whoever.
Pittsburgh too. We don't know what that's going to look like. They're pointing.
Yeah, we don't. I just don't see Pittsburgh keeping both him and Justin. Maybe they let Justin go. I don't know.
Hey, and we would take Justin, but I think they're going to be smart and keep Justin. Again, if they were to renew Russell, it'd probably be 1 year as well. I think what we need is a fresh start. We need to stop going into these old bags of tricks. We need a new quarterback. There are people out there. We need someone with legs. We need someone with an arm like a cannon, and we need a new revamped Raiders in Las Vegas. We need to be in the playoff conversation. We need to be Super Bowl bound. We cannot sit in this AFC West and not even be a wild card contender. Like, we need results, and that's what I'm looking for. It's great. You got Pete. Where are we going with this? You got Spytech. Where are we going with this? I need to see
Raiders need
results.
results.
We
Yes.
need results.
Okay.
Raiders needs results. And Marshawn, shout out to you for screaming the chant to get him evoked of the culture of Raiders. You haven't lost that, and you still have some love for Pete after that worst play call in Super Bowl history, where you should have just simply had the ball and ran that play. But you have no bitter resentment to that, it seems. I still do a little bit, and that's why I
I
keep to a
mean, we
different
all
standard.
do, but
But they got to do. I need results. I need Raider results. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see what the draft picks look like. I'm still up in the air about this season. I don't know how I feel. I just need to see results.
Well, we still have, I mean, we'll get into, we'll get there. We got the draft coming up later in the year. So as long as January doesn't sit around for another 3 months, we should eventually get to the draft, right? Moving on to our aces. Congratulations goes to Asia Wilson, 2024 USA Basketball Female Player of the Year. She has been doing her thing, of course, on and off the court. Listen, this lady, she was out there in Paris for Fashion Week, as well as for the NBA Fashion Games, hitting them looks. I mean, she had the two-piece thing she had from Nike or whatever. I don't know what that logo is on that, but that thing is ridiculous.
I think that's her logo on the Asia one, sitting on the bench next to Cameron, right? Is that her? That's her A1 wear.
No, I'm thinking about the tracksuit or jumpsuit looking multicolor thing.
Oh, the one on the picture on the right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The multicolor tracksuit.
But it looks dope. It's
maybe that's probably A1 collection. She better be wearing her brand, is all I can say.
Listen, Candace Parker out here rolling it through Fashion Week as well. She was on a runway, Asia again still. So the lady's been out networking, moving around. There was a lot of WNBA players that were out there still that aren't playing currently for any for the Unrivaled, which we'll also get to. I got a chance to go see the Kelsey Plum jersey retirement at UW. This was before the announcement, which we'll get to. Of course, I showed up huskied out. Shout out to my boy Hoa for the good picture. But it was dope. And then at the end, towards the end of the time, she made the whole audience do barbecue. So we were all having a good time. It was good. But then, of course, I come home, and within a few days, the news hits that Kelsey's been traded to the Sparks. The Cali girl is going home, and we get Jewel Lloyd. We knew it was bound to happen, but it wasn't like a for sure thing. And then I did not expect the Sparks, but that's where she's at. We wish her well. I'm excited to see Jewel Lloyd for the Aces. I know that she's had to take on like the point scoring role for the Storm the last couple years when Breanna Stewart left. She didn't have much of a support squad there. I mean, she did a little bit, Skylar and whatnot, but her coming here, not really having to be that backbone of the team, I think maybe we'll see the old gold Mamba of old.
Yeah, Gold Mamba. I mean, the girl averages 19 points a game. She was the top leading scorer for the 2023 league. 2023 season. She averages 4.5 in rebounds, almost 2 steals. I mean, we leveled up, and that means she plays mad defense. So if she's stealing the ball, that means we have defense on our side.
And we need that
last season.
Absolutely.
So I'm not mad at this at all. I'm very saddened to see KP go because I miss our barking in Michelob Ultra for her. And she's scrappy, and I love to see her, watch her play. And
that's my dog.
This is what we need. This is what we need.
We also get a number. So the Sparks also get a number 9 pick. The Storm will get a number 2 pick along with Lee from the Sparks. And then we'll also get the 13th pick in the draft this year. So we'll see how that works.
We need to build our team up so we can go to the championship again. That's just where we are. We are a championship caliber team. We have one of the best players in the league. We should never be out of a conversation of not going to a championship, and we need a squad to do that. And if Jewel Lloyd is one of the answers and one of the pieces, so be it. I want to win.
And
I'm used to
yeah,
this winning spirit we have with
I
the
need more
Aces.
championships here. I need more,
Absolutely.
flags. But one thing that people need to remember, don't forget Aces fans, we still have Liz Kittley. She couldn't play out last year. She was drafted
Right.
last year. This girl just had her jersey retired at Virginia Tech the day after Kelsey Plum. How long has Kelsey been playing in the league? And she just got hers retired. Liz didn't even play her rookie season, and her jersey's getting retired. So if that doesn't say something, maybe there is some hope and some, we got some more. She's a big girl, and I won't say big, she's a tall girl, and so she can get in the paint as well. So, but we do want to get some more bigs on the team.
And we need rim
And we all,
protection. If she can get in that paint and protect the rim, that's what we need, We
yeah.
had a
And how
chance
about
to
this
get
girl? And Asia's getting her jersey retired this weekend on Sunday in
Oh, that's
South
gonna be nice. That's gonna be
Carolina.
really
Yes.
nice. That's
So
gonna
that's
be
going to
nice.
be a good look. I know there's a bunch of Aces fans that are out there going to that. So that's really cool. It's going to be something exciting to watch. So I got to make sure to set a reminder to watch that game. And the Aces also brought on John Lucas, director of player development for the Aces. Becky's been kind of moving some pieces around since both of our assistant coaches were gone, and he's got a lot of experience in the NBA, and so we'll see how that works also for the Aces. It'll be exciting. We need exciting. What's up, JC? He had mentioned earlier about Pete, but he said that we also in the center. We do.
Well, that's what we were talking about, and we were actually broached one of the centers, and we lost her to the next announcement, to what Mel's about to announce. We lost her recently.
We definitely did. We were thinking BG might want to come to the Aces, and it sounds like she did get an offer from the Aces, but the Aces really don't have that much money that maybe she wants. Max contract or whatnot to get on the team. So
I mean,
she
for 1 year, she probably wants a big deal. She probably wants a max deal.
Yeah. She made a big announcement on TikTok or on Instagram. I got that little video here in a second too. But one thing I wanted to address, because it's been talked about, is Unrivaled helping WNBA free agents find their next team. First of all, if you haven't been watching Unrivaled, it's Friday, Saturday, Monday. The games are great. And I believe it's this weekend, if not next, where they're doing the one-on-one tournament to win like $500,000.
Oh, we're at the one-on-one now? Okay. I didn't know where we were at that level. If we're still on the 3-on-3.
I think it's coming. I don't know if it's this weekend or next, but I know it's coming up. When we mentioned it, so there, of course, Brianna Stewart says there's a ton of free agents here. It's like a nonstop shop to kind of do everything. Alyssa Thomas mentioned that there's a lot to think about, a lot to process, but I'm going to weigh on my best decisions. BG had said, I want to show off my skills for free agency. And of course, Sloop had said that everybody, she said that everybody's like, hey, you want to come and play here? I'm an IPA drinker. So I guess that's not a requirement, but hey, listen, if you're showing up with a pack of IPA, you might have a head start.
Right.
So, and all these players minus Brianna have already found their new team.
Yeah. And it's so funny because Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bauer are a married couple. So now they're in their split. DeWanna had a lot to say about that. Like, oh, you just going to take my woman?
You're just going to take my woman.
You just got to take my woman. So,
Alyssa Thomas to Phoenix. Natasha Cloud, Rebecca Allen over to Connecticut. Listen, I thought when I heard the news, because the Thomas news broke before BG. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Phoenix is about to be crazy. And then boom, BG's gone to the Dream. Wild times.
People were so sure that she would stay too. That's the thing, and I was like, nah,
well, because they thought maybe DT would be around a little longer. Maybe this is maybe DT gave her the heads up, like, yo, I'm not coming back. Feel free to make that move, or who knows? Courtney Vandersloot, who was drafted by the Chicago Sky, I think she played 12 seasons with Chicago. Went to New York for 2. She's back now with Chicago.
Yeah.
And then, Indiana is welcoming Kelsey Mitchell back. She got re-signed. They get through a whole, it's almost like a Soul Train line for her to come down in their arena today, having her back in the arena. So that was pretty cool. Their fans obviously love her, love the team. So listen, I got to show the BG video because it's a little loud and kind of weird because I had to throw some little music on it so I didn't get copyrighted for their songs on there. But here you go.
We are out fishing right now. We got Jordan Canada.
What's up?
Ryan Howard. Leash Gray. Right here. Boom, boom. Well, I actually messed up on my intro. I need to introduce my new teammates because I will be going in the Atlanta Dream. Yo! let's get this, right? Let's get it. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah. So free agency has been everything I wanted it to be. Honestly, I was able to find where I wanted to go. And honestly, what led me to that decision ultimately was the team, the players, as individuals, and then also like my family. So, I mean, I'm thrilled for this chapter. It's my first time going into free agency. And it was cool. You know, it was a hard decision because, you know, you're leaving what you know, what I've known for my whole career. But I'm also...
So, I mean, they're in Miami, they're doing Unrivaled, they've been with teams, and you know, here's the deal. We saw Becky and Nikki Vargas on the court side at one of their games, and whether it been to find and talk to Jewel, whether it had been to see Jewel play live, whether it had been to anything else, like I feel like Unrivaled could be that. It's like the hot spot right now where, you know,
It is, but I don't think it's them necessarily going after them. I think it's the players within Unrivaled going after the players.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
think it's Chelsea
For
Gray
sure
having a
that,
conversation with Jewel saying, you need to come to us. Let's talk about
But
this.
I haven't seen a whole lot of other coaches up at Unrivaled. I saw the Lynx coach there.
So I feel like it's the players that's setting these wheels in motion.
They're hanging out, having dinners. They're playing after the fact, playing with each other's kids. You know, all that
the recruitment trip is real with the Unrivaled. It really is. So it's the players. Let's just be real. Let's keep it all the way at being. But
it's crazy that's all happening out there.
To see all of that going on, seeing their crazy skills. It's Chelsea Gray, shout out to her dropping 30. I mean, we're dropping unprecedented numbers in
what they said. McPhee and Buckets, Kayla, both had the first two players to score over 100 points in the league in their first 4 games. And
they're making money. Let's keep it all the way what it is.
They're making as much. They're making more money than they play for the max in the league.
Exactly. They're making money.
And they have a whole new facility with daycare, a whole Sephora salon with makeup, hair. Like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Unrivaled treating them right. It's treating them right.
And then Unrivaled, they could just push that season out too. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, they're really doing well, and I love it for them. All right, moving on to the NFL. Rashad, if you're still around, somehow it happened. It's like running it back a couple years. We are back to the Eagles and the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. And this is what we're left with.
And get used to it, because they have already declared this from past Super Bowl of the Chiefs, that the Chiefs are the new era of the Patriots, the team that we love to hate. This is the era of Red Kingdom. This is what we're going to see probably in the next few years, with Chiefs being in the conversation of a Super Bowl contender. I don't know. NFC is very unpredictable, but AFC has definitely been deemed itself predictable after that Baltimore loss, and the Bills loss, that the Chiefs are that team. So,
like, I know Josh Allen's got to be sick of seeing Patrick.
I know, and I hate to see this, but this is where we're at. We are in a new era. The Patriots had their era. Steelers had theirs back in the day. I mean, we are in this era now. Cowboys had it centuries ago.
They're going for the three-peat, which hasn't happened. I think it's only happened like 2 or 3 times in the history.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the era of where we're at, and I hate to say this. I just hate having to say this, but this is the reality. Yeah, it's no surprise.
Funny story that I read up today. Did you know that Pat Riley has trademarked the saying three-peat? So anytime that the word three-peat is used on merchandise or designs or logos, he gets a cut. He's owned it, and he owns many variations, like the word together with a hyphen. I mean, it's legit. And he started it back when the Lakers, when they're three-peat. I think one of the players had mentioned it, and he just did a trademark for all terms three-peat. So like whenever who was the last few people that did three-peats? I can't even remember in the sports world. But every time they did it and their merchandise said three-peat on it, he gets like a 5% cut of all sales of those items. Isn't that crazy? Yo, that is chess, not checkers. Pat Riley, like, literally gets paid off of this. Wild.
Well, segueing into the Chiefs, they probably are going to be the new mention of a red T-shirt and three-peat.
I don't want it. I
If
don't want it.
I don't want it either. If the Philadelphia Eagles can show up and do the right,
Come
and
on,
they have all the
Saquon.
key
Come
pieces they
on,
need.
Saquon.
Saquon is that guy. I mean, but you know, you got DeAndre Hopkins over there, and they're loaded. The Chiefs
It's
team is loaded,
ridiculous.
and
It's
not to
ridiculous.
mention the mad scientist that he is. And people don't give Andy Reid his props, but Andy Reid is
Oh,
a
yeah.
reader of the field, and he is just a mad scientist when he comes up with
There's a
plays
reason
and
why
all kinds
he's
of plays.
there.
There's a reason why he's there. So this is going to be an excellent Super Bowl. I am rooting for the halftime show. I'm rooting for Kendrick. I'm rooting for everything that's not Chiefs related. So I'm rooting for Kendrick. I am definitely going for the Eagles. Will the Eagles win? That is highly doubtful to me. I hate to say that, but I am rooting for them.
I mean, here's the deal. We'll see how it goes. We'll see, because it's any given Sunday. The Super Bowl, yes, is still just one game. Somebody could be off. Everybody can have an off day. Hopefully the refs don't interfere too much, because even last game, like there was that 4th and 1, that was a whole other. But the prop bets are out, and there is a tush. I don't have them all, but I do have the tush push prop. So the shortest touchdown, is it either over 1.5 yards or under 1.5 yards? Under 1.5 is the favorite of a -175. So bet 100, get 75 back. But the tush push, anytime tush push is basically out there to bet on.
You said the under is in favor?
It's not so under a yard and a half. So that's the favorite right now.
I think
under a yard and a half.
I think you go over. Yeah, I don't know.
But
that'd be
crazy.
Interesting though. That's a good prop bet though. That's a really good one.
It's cute.
There were some Super Bowl prop bets. Just to be fun, we should bet on a couple of them.
Yeah. Well, we've got possibly another show before Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Well, possibly. Yeah, because we got one more week because we go into Pro Bowl this upcoming first weekend in February, I think, right?
Pro Bowl actually starts this weekend. Tomorrow. The skills challenge is this Thursday at 4 p.m. So we know all the skills challenges that we see. Of course, you all should know by now too that because the Chiefs and Eagles were going to the Super Bowl, that they have a lot of alternates come through. And shout out to my Seahawks, JSN and Leonard Williams. They both got upgraded to the Pro Bowl because of players' injuries. There was injuries as well as Super Bowl contestants. So that's happening. And then the actual Pro Bowl itself, the 7v7 flag football game, will be on Sunday. I think it's like at 12 o'clock our time though.
Yeah, I won't be watching either way, but it looks like Florida's popping. You got Unrivaled down there. You got Heat drama.
Everything. We might see some ladies there for the Pro Bowl getting some action. You never know.
Yeah, you'll see.
Then you've got all the other, all the other coaches and hirings and I think there's only the Saints right now that don't have a head coach. Everybody else is coached up. So there we have that.
Well, maybe
February. Yeah, I don't know. I
maybe
know
some
the Saints. I think the Saints reportedly are going after the Eagles' defensive coach. I think, or the offense. One of the two. That's who the Eagles were supposedly. And the fact that it's playing in New Orleans, that game ends, you can basically meet with him there and.
I'm sure some deals are going. Shout out to the Jets coach. He's not taking no slack either. His press conference, he was with.
Oh no, Aaron Glenn was all over that.
Yeah, he was all over that. He's trying to make moves too. And what's going to happen with that dynamic with Aaron Rodgers is Aaron retiring. That'll be the next topic of conversation with this new coach.
What did he say? I think Aaron Glenn said you need to let us know by Super Bowl whether you're coming back or not.
So we may have an announcement as a commercial. The most watched day of television
from ayahuasca retreat in Costa Rica. It'll be Aaron going live.
He may make his announcement. You never know, but he definitely does need to make a decision. And I'm not mad at Coach for saying that, because that is also
because no one should have to wait until spring training. Not spring training, that's coming up too, but
they shouldn't have to wait until we don't need to go through all that. We don't need to go through that. We don't need to suffer through a summer of wondering if Aaron is staying or going. Just make your announcement, rip the Band-Aid, Vio con Dios, and do what you need to do. Be another Enigma Part
He
2
could be on a
documentary,
retreat right
whatever
now,
it
or
is
in
you
a
gotta do.
black hole, whatever he did
Go
last
to a
season.
newest
Maybe he'll just
ashram that is open and available for you to meet with your Sherpa, climb the highest mountain to do all of that. Like,
and figure it out. Let us
whatever you
know.
gotta do, but figure it out, because I can't go through a summer of will he stay or will he go.
No.
I just need to
So February is a big month. We've got Super Bowl. We've got the Pro Bowl, which will be on Sunday, technically February, thank God. You've also got the All-Star game coming. All-Star game is going to be February 16th. Of course, you got the Rising Stars were announced. They have a whole handful of G Leaguers in there. I think they pretty much have to now, because Mac McClung is the only guy who wants to do a
the
dunk contest.
I mean, this is crazy. This is really, really, really crazy.
Speaking of three-peat, this man wants to three-peat the dunk contest. He's literally a G League player, and I love his efforts. He's got some of the best dunks that actually take
Most
effort.
creative ones we've seen in recent times, for
Yes,
sure.
and he deserves it. But the fact that nobody else, there's 3 other people that entered it. Spurs rookie Castle, Bulls rookie Bozelis, and the Bucks guard Andre Jackson. There's only 4 people. Remember when the dunk contest used to have like 10 players in there, and they'd have to go through like 4 rounds? Like,
that was the highlight of my All-Star, next to the 3-point shooting contest, was the dunk contest. So you mean to tell me I have to
that
skip
was
this
like
too?
every All-Star game was the dunk contest.
So you're telling me I have to skip this too? What's going on, NBA?
Not for nothing, Caitlin Clark said, "No, thank you. I am not participating."
Thank you to the 3-point shooting.
No,
I know.
I will do it in the WNBA All-Star game in Indianapolis this year. Thank you. Bye-bye.
She don't want that smoke. I think they need to do a repeat of Sabrina and Steph Curry. Why not? Keep it interesting.
They got to draw some attention somewhere, because they know I'm watching it.
NBA, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Like, this is crazy. And players, what are you guys doing? I feel like every rookie in their season or second year should be in their contract to participate in one, at least one.
You would think
type of All-Star activity.
One,
Jesus,
not just to be there to party.
Jesus Christ, I just I'm not watching this either. What's the point? I'm not watching this. I'm not watching the All-Star game where the both scores end in 250 to 235.
Right, that's just ridiculous.
I'm not watching any of it. This is crazy, and I hate that we have to say this. I look forward to All-Star. Now, what I'm looking,
I think the only I want to watch is probably like the Rising Stars. You got Wembanyama out there. You got
I'm not watching that. I don't care. Rising Star watching when the San Antonio Spurs play. I don't care. This is crazy. And I think and I don't want to say boycott, but I feel like if the ratings keep dropping, they're gonna have to keep.
Well, they've been dropping. I still have yet to. I mean, I watched the next game earlier because I finished a movie.
That's
so
pretty good
I'll
game.
just turn the game on for a minute, but I'm still like not invested in it. I'm not invested in the NBA like I was.
I know, because your Bulls lost tonight too badly, and Cleveland won
the Celtics. I can get that. I don't know.
Yeah, Celtics are balling.
But the All-Star was nice before. Now I've lost interest. Even the celebrity match. The celebrity match is ridiculous too.
JC, I agree with you. I really don't care. I really don't care, because it's not exciting. It's not nothing to look forward to. Rising Stars, we're seeing that. We see Rising Stars in OKC and Cleveland. That's where I see some Rising Stars. I see some Rising Stars coming out of when Steve Kerr wants to play them with the Warriors team. I see Rising Stars with Boston. I see Rising Stars going on with the Knicks. I see Rising Stars, Atlanta having Rising Stars. Like, listen, they need to figure this out. And like you said, the ratings have been dropping. Hopefully the ratings will hit rock bottom. So
I know how you can bring them back.
Figure it
out.
They
will come. Listen, hey, Kamish, why has there still not been any kind of notification of Seattle and Vegas getting their teams yet?
No, he wants to sit up and talk about thinking about making the quarters 10 minutes. Well, you can solve that problem with not having so many commercials. How about that? We would
or playing more than just 6 games through national networks. We don't want to see the same. We don't want to see the same teams every freaking day on national TV.
No, we want to see the interesting games that people are paying their cable service for that we can watch. Like, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. So I won't be participating in NBA All-Star.
Major League Baseball. Listen, spring training is happening next month. You know, their players are still going to have to start reporting in February. Spring training's first games February 20th. February 20th.
Yeah.
So
'Cause our
So
open
Mo,
season
we
in
may have
Tokyo.
to go to Arizona to watch our teams play because I know you're not going to be making it to Japan.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to Japan this time, y'all. That's the price of the trip. That's what I
That's
had budgeted
general
for the trip. Not the
admission.
game.
Look at this. Lowest price, only 4 tickets left at this price.
Shout out to my Dodgers Las Vegas group.
$2,649 for 2
Yeah.
tickets. So okay, for 2 tickets. So that's $1,300 for a ticket
Yeah,
for the
that was gonna be
Dodgers
my
opener
trip
in
price.
Tokyo.
That was just my trip price. I thought the tickets would be a couple $100, but I figured with Otani, and then we signed another Japanese player.
You can go to
that it's gonna
Japan
be
just for $1,300 itself, let alone the ticket of the game.
I know. Listen, I
Where's
was
all my
hoping we could get a
Japanese
trip to
relatives at?
Japan. Like I was like, I really wanted to go to this. Like I'd never
get
been.
it.
I talked to my cousins who were Dodger fans. Like, hey, we should try to posse out and go to this
Make it
Japanese
happen.
open season game. Nah.
Not for
I
no
gotta save them.
1,300.
Not that.
What?
Nah, 1,300.
What?
4 tickets left is what killed me. That's the diabolical part. Only 4 tickets
Well, it
left.
said 4 tickets up at this price. So
price.
the
But this is the lowest
13.25.
price.
And this is the lowest
Only
price.
4 tickets left.
Well, you
That's
know them
diabolical.
Japanese out there got
That's
some bread. They probably
diabolical.
just
They got all the money.
yeah.
Be out there panhandling
Another
for a ticket.
crazy sports news. The Utah Hockey Club, you know, they tried to trademark they could try to use Yeti as their new name, the Utah Yeti. It's trademarked. Of course, they can't use Yeti or Yetis.
So what do they have?
So for the next 4 games, fans will be able to vote for their new name. The new names, the new options are to keep it the Utah Hockey Club, which is boring,
Yeah.
or the Utah Mammoth. Apparently,
Okay.
you know, the Mammoth, or the Utah Wasatch. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's the mountain range within Utah. It's called the Wasatch. Apparently, there'd be a different logo or mascot for the Mammoth. The Wasatch and the Utah Hockey Club would still keep that same or keep a similar logo, maybe probably a mountain range or something in the back. I don't know. But that's what is left for the Utah Hockey Club. And then they said that even after that, after the fan votes, they still may not be deciding yet as to what's happening.
I think Mammoth might be patent too. The Wasatch, though, might be able to be the one to get it.
Listen.
I mean, whatever.
It can't be the Utah Hockey Club. That's just so ridiculous.
It can't be that. Anything but that. UHC.
No.
UHC.
Oh, one thing I forgot to play when discussing the football, because, you know, we have to, you know, still stick it to the Cowboys a little bit, is this.
Of course.
This is hilarious.
Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts were both born, grew up in life, went to college, became pro athletes, and still made the NFC Championship game before the Cowboys.
That's great.
Born, grew up in life, went to college, drafted, became pro athletes, and made the NFC Championship game.
Oh my God.
Before the Cowboys.
And Hurts was in the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness gracious. That's great.
I love it. I love that.
I loved it. I was like,
Dallas Cowboy fans should know that. They should know that. They know they have not seen any touch or blade of any of that for a long
enjoy Schottenheimer, okay? Enjoy Schotty, because that's
they shouldn't have known that.
Wild.
Oh, that is wild.
Wild.
But I love
stuff.
it. That's crazy.
We're gonna get into some girl power here in a second. We've got first off, big shout out to the Tennessee Lady Vols basketball coach Kim Caldwell. Gave birth to her son just a week ago on January 20th. She missed only 1 game and is going back to coach for the Lady Vols as they host South Carolina. Hello,
Yeah.
Dedication.
And
she said it wasn't for her family, her support system. Obviously, she would be able to do that.
A great support system.
But I mean, that is wild. And the thing is
wild because I still, even having a baby after week, wouldn't you still feel the attachment of like, I can't leave mom?
Well, what's funny is that part of her interview was like, how was the first week? And she was like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was probably harder than coaching. Like, I'm sure sleepless nights, endless whatever. I mean, that's tough.
She needs an outlet for her mentals for sure. So maybe that's the best thing she's got to do. Yeah.
Got to give it for Chloe Kim.
Yeah,
Chloe Kim. She now is the winningest woman in X Games Super Pipe history. She just got her 8th X Game gold medal. She is tied with Shaun White for the most X Games Super Pipes. That's what I'm
And
talking
Chloe's
about.
still young and still can do it.
So
She's
young,
not
and she
done.
could be out
She's
there
not
doing it.
done. That's the
She's
crazy
not.
part about it. She's not done.
8.
I love it.
And I remember in my day, like being younger, like Shaun White was that guy for
Yeah, he
anything
was.
X game. And now
Yeah.
we see him looking like this old man, and Chloe
Yeah.
is out here about to surpass him.
She's still not done. She's about to surpass what he's doing.
Absolutely. It's
I
great.
love
It's
it.
great. You got Madison Keys. Hey, wins the
Yes.
Australia Open. She beat the number 1 seeded Aryna Sabalenka. She's the first American to beat a number 1 seed in a Grand Slam since Serena Williams did it in 2012 in
I
the
love
US
that
Open.
too. And shout out to my
Just
friends
got
Bill
back.
and Johnny who were posting all at the Australian Open and living their
Oh,
best
they were
life.
there.
Of course they were there. They're
I want to go to
everywhere.
Australia so
Shout out so bad.
bad.
And you know that, and you know, our
A
winter is their
dingo ate
summer.
my baby. What?
Yeah, and you know, our winter is their summer. So this summertime in Australia, and they're
Perfect.
just
It's
living it up in that
perfect.
sun and watching
How
Australia.
could you not?
How could you not?
Listen, the number 1 draft pick, Paige Buckets, hit 20,000 points and is the now all-time leading scorer for UConn history, passing Maya Moore.
Oh wow,
that's big. Not
that
to
is big.
2000. Okay, so she passed Maya Moore, but she also missed like what a year and a half or 2
Yeah,
seasons.
she was out. Yeah,
like
from injury.
this is wild.
I know.
That's wild to me.
But she's a beast, and that's why she's the number 1. And Juju does
That's
not
why
come
she's
out
it.
yet, right? We still have one more year of her
No,
at
Juju
USC.
still got time. Yeah,
We still got time.
But
So,
this girl out in Notre Dame though. Oh my
yeah,
God, what
she's balling too. I can't remember her name, but they've been highlighting her quite a bit too. I've been seeing it on Slam.
Olivia Miles.
Yeah.
Is she just shout out to BS. We gotta get BS back on the show one day when he has time. But he sent me a reel of her. She literally had, and he said like she can see the court like point guard. Like Chelsea. She sees the court like it's so ridiculous how she plays. So
what a league
she could be going to Seattle now because Seattle's got the number 2 pick, and Seattle could probably use another great point guard up there. So
if you lost Jewel, they really didn't get much on that trade except the draft pick type thing. And so they'll need her. They probably will grab her. That'll be a good look.
It would be good. It'd be a good look.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we got to give it to Taj
Yes,
Williams,
Queen Taj Williams for designing that.
The first Black woman to create the logo and the
Yes.
theme art for Super Bowl 59. Here's a quick little vid on her.
My name is Taj Williams, also known as Queen Taj. I'm a queen in the Golden Eagles Murray Indian tribe. The creative team at the NFL reached out to me through inquiry, and at first I had no idea what the project would be because it was such a secret, which I'm used to because my suits are a secret all year long anyway. When I finally got on a call with the creative team and realized what the project was and the magnitude, I just could not believe that I was going to be the one to design the Super Bowl logo for the first time in the history of the NFL. Honestly, I really can't even put it into words. I was captain of the football team in middle school, and I was actually the only girl on the team, and that was kind of like my realization that I needed to do a better job of following my dreams and not worry about what society thinks is for girls and what's for boys. How do you put into words making history and making history on such a large stage?
Absolutely.
Amazing. And she was the captain of her middle school football team.
Yeah, so she gets it. And then she's a sports girl in football, so it's embracing
and
all
did
of
you
that.
see that beadwork? Those were all beads on that thing.
I know who she is. I'm aware of who Queen Naj is. I have been following this, and I'm so impressed with this. And it's definitely worthy of the month of February for Black History Month. Everything is all encompassing this. I love the logo. I love the color scheme of it all. I love that she highlighted her culture in it, as well as her fandom of playing football and loving the game. It is totally the wisest choice, the best choice, and bring it on for 59. I'm loving this. So we're seeing a great feels good moment in this space. So yeah, I'm liking it. Shout out to her. That was the best for last on the Girl Power.
That was best for last. Yeah,
highlighting that.
Of course. So yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, except thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. I sent links to certain people, and I appreciate you guys tapping in because you did flood text messages with comments and stuff that you didn't post on here. So I appreciate it. Mel, you got props on your t-shirt because it kind of reminded some of our viewers back in the day, the Sean Kemp days,
I mean,
the glove days.
glove.
It's a vintage
I mean,
Sonics.
listen.
I mean, you are a Seattle girl, so I would
I'm a
expect
Seattle
nothing
girl.
less from you on that. So big ups to you, rocking the
Yes.
flair. And yeah, you guys tune into us. I think we will have a show next week. I feel like we still have more to talk about as news develops. Seems like it's always
Yeah.
ever changing day to day
Ever
in this crazy
changing.
world of sports. And we welcome
Wild
it and look forward to
times.
it.
Just
So,
make
yeah.
sure to take care of you, take care of yourself, have some
Yes.
mental health days. Everybody, we've got those mental health sick days. You don't have to be sick to take them. Make it happen. Take
Yeah.
time for yourself. Self-care, get out in nature, breathe some fresh air.
And our weather's been great, and we're going to be 70 degrees on Saturday.
On Monday. I think
Oh,
like
Monday.
Sunday,
Is it
Monday. Yeah.
Monday?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
70 degrees on Monday. Look forward to
I
that.
just have a t-shirt on all day. Who knows?
Yeah, see me, I still feel a little chilly, but I think that's just because of my body.
I hear you.
But,
I just get hot when it's the show.
yeah. I
Warm.
used to summertime, but winter I'm still feeling a little chill, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, good.
All
We
right,
appreciate
y'all.
you guys. Make sure if you're just catching the end, you can watch the replay. Go to our YouTube and subscribe. It's free. You don't have to pay anything, but it helps support us. So if you go to our YouTube at Girl Chat Sports, subscribe. We believe that watching our show is a lot better than listening to it. So if you're listening to it on any of the other Apple, Spotify, anywhere else, give us a follow and subscribe on YouTube because really,
and
I
tell your
promise
peeps
you,
about us. Tell them.
I promise you it's better to watch. And we're not hard to look at. So
We aren't. We
come
definitely
on.
aren't that. But yes. And we have great voices too. Like if you're on those nature hikes and you want to breathe that fresh air, you can listen to us on our takes.
Get a
on
little
sports.
dose of sports in your
In
life.
your commute too, if you live all the way in Anthem. Thank you for the subscription. I just got a text. Shout out to our boy. He was a past guest too. Shout out to D.
Okay.
He just said he subscribed. Please share and share and share. And yeah, when you take those long drives to the Anthem area or Henderson or wherever you drive to, State Line, be what we've experienced. Hop in that Girl Chat Sports on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Shoot. Take the
Anyway, we
journey
love
drives.
y'all. We'll see y'all probably next week or something like that.